As you can clearly tell, the humidity has got to my hair.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to film a video that I have been seeing going around lately and it seemed really interesting. And this is an anti-haul, so it's basically the exact opposite of a normal haul where you would show things you've purchased. An anti-haul is where you talk about things you're not going to purchase. And I really think that this is kind of helpful in some ways because it really makes you think about makeup products and then you don't end up wasting your money on things you're not gonna like. Before we get into today's video, if you are new to my channel, do not forget to hit that subscriber button in the description below and to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. So just a quick little disclaimer. These are all products that I don't want to purchase for personal reasons that I'm going to explain with each product. So it is not me bashing a company or bashing a product. So if you're like diehard fans of something I'm going to say, that is perfectly fine. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. These are just mine. So that's just a quick little disclaimer. If you don't like videos like this, kindly click out of this tab and go on with your day. So I have just a few products that I'm going to be talking about today, and I'm thinking of making maybe another one of these videos in the future. So if you like that idea, make sure to give this video a thumbs up so I know. So the first product I'm going to be talking about is one that probably everybody has been talking about, and that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. I'm going to be putting pictures of the products I'm talking about like over here throughout the entire video just so you guys know what I'm talking about. So if you have not heard the drama already circulating this palette, I will leave links down below to videos and articles that I have looked at because I feel like they explain it better. Basically, in a nutshell, the products are formulated with a different pigment. They're pressed different so that way they are very soft and cause, when you swirl like your brush in the palette, it causes a lot of powder to release from the palette, and hitting pan on a shadow is very easy. So that's kind of the drama behind it. And I keep looking over here because I have my computer with my stickers I got from Redbubble. You guys want a link to the stickers I have on my computer from Redbubble, I can put that in the description. Just let me know in the comments or I can link you to it from there. So I'm looking at my computer because I have little notes and research taken down. So this palette retails for $42 like a normal Anastasia palette. And it's supposed to be like the sister palette to the Modern Renaissance, which did extremely well. But I'm not here to talk about statistics. I'm here to talk about my opinion. In the beginning, I kind of really wanted this palette because it looked different and it looked new and it was something that I don't really think I have in my collection, anything like this. So I really wanted it. But then after hearing about how easy it is to finish this palette like quickly, it kind of made me think about if I really wanted to purchase it or not. I kind of want to go into Sephora or Ulta or wherever it's being sold and really test it out myself, because that's one thing I like. I like to swatch makeup products on my own. I like to see them in person on my own, which is why I don't really like online brands, and I'll get to that in a minute. But I looked at this palette and then I really thought it's different, yes, but I feel like it's shadows I'm not gonna use. I really like different. I feel is so good. I feel like makeup companies and brands should really branch out from things besides like a neutral eyeshadow palette, and I think this definitely does that. And I feel like the Modern Renaissance did that as well because it's mostly pinks and oranges and reds, and I really use that one so much. But I really thought about it and I'm like, I am not going to really ever use this. It doesn't look like something I'd be drawn to. Only I would be drawn to buy it because it's different, but I wouldn't use it. So that's really the main reason I didn't want to purchase it, and then everything circulating around it kind of made me take a step back and just realize that it wasn't the palette for me. Again, I might go into Sephora or wherever and look at it on my own and give my own opinion from that, but I'm probably not going to buy it. So the next palette palette I have listed on my little list is the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. Another palette with a lot of drama circulating around it. The main reason I didn't want to buy this palette, and I'm going to say it right now, I love Jaclyn Hill. Has she been a little problematic lately? Yes, but at the same time, I really enjoy watching her videos. She's one of the reasons that I wanted to make a channel of my own. And Morphe and me, we're not really friends. We're not really close. We've had a lot of altercations in the past, and I feel like making a story time about this of the time a package of mine from Morphe got stolen and never was delivered to me. So me and Morphe, not the best of friends. Whenever I do pick up a Morphe product, I usually like to go, I've said this in the past before, but Ricky's NYC, which is like a store in New York, I don't know if it's anywhere else, they sell certain Morphe products. So the Morphe products I have, I purchased there because I don't like their online system. So that was like the main reason I was gonna pass on this, because I don't like Morphe's online site, and also I don't like the fact that I have to pay for shipping, but that's really just from anywhere. I like to save some money, and I'm like, I hate shipping and handling. If I know I could pick up something in a store so I don't have to pay that, that's just me as a person, and that's literally every time I've ordered something online, I'm like, why do I have to pay shipping? And I understand why it's necessary, but I just don't like doing it. So that's the main reason I passed on this palette. This palette retails for $38, and a lot of people were complaining how Morphe is supposed to be an affordable brand, and like from research, their other palettes can retail from $19 to $23, and this was $38. But in the end, like, I understand why, like, you know, like, this is a collaboration with a YouTuber. You're really kind of buying the name. The palette looks gorgeous. Like, I'm gonna give it that. Like, I would buy it if I had better experiences ordering from Morphe. And I'm just generally, I don't like things that there's this big hype for them that, like, nobody can get it unless you're on their site, like, exactly as the clock turns to that certain time point. That's just not something I like to do. That's not my enjoyment. So that's the main reason I don't want to buy this palette. If you guys bought this and like tried it out, like, let me know if maybe it is worth it. I'm kind of on the fence about this one because I'm like looking at it and it just looks so pretty, but I'm just like, I don't have the time to deal with Morphe's online shipping and sites and things like that. Next, I have the Sephora Pro Palette. So there is the Cool, the Warm, and the Editorial. There are 3 of them. They each retail for $68. So it's my understanding that most likely you're either going to just buy one, or they're really going to get your money and you're going to buy all 3 of them. So if I were to buy any of them, I think I would buy the Warm palette just because those look more like colors I would use. But in the end of the day, they're colors I have in other palettes. I feel like these are really good if you don't have makeup yet. Like, if this was my first palette, like, that would be amazing. Like, if one of these was my first palette, I would, like, be so grateful and so thankful. You get 28 eyeshadows of either warm shades, cool shades, or these colorful shades. So I do think that if it's your first palette or your only palette, like, this is really a good deal for your money. I have used Sephora brand products in the past, and I feel like they're usually cheaper than $68, which the price was something that was like, okay, no. And then another thing is just, they're all really colors I have. The only one that I think, like, colors I don't have is in the Editorial one, which is the colorful one. But even with that, it's like, when am I ever going to use a really bright blue hot pink eyeshadow combination? You know what I mean? I feel like it's great if it's your first makeup product, it's your only palette, this is what you're going for. I feel like it might be worth it. Just for me, after having so much makeup already and just not really wanting to spend $68 on a product like this, that's really why it's a pass for me. I'm probably not going to change my mind about them, and I'm not like going to lose sleep over if I want them or not. They're just not really my cup of tea. Next is the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette in the shade Summer Solstice. So I feel like nowadays the trend is highlighters that are like interesting colors. There's the Anastasia like Moonchild and things like that, where, you know, would you normally highlight with a green or a blue, or in this case a purple? No, but there are people out there that make that work. I am very boring when it comes to highlighters. I like either peach or gold. I have highlighters that are very sparkly, and then I have ones that are subtle, and that is really all I'm going for. I think the most drastic one I have is the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero palette, which has like pinks. But this is just something that I would not use. I might use Saint Tropez and Malibu, but I would not use Copacabana or Mykonos ever. Maybe Copacabana. I would never use Mykonos. And it's just such a dark color purple, and I'm sure it looks beautiful if it's used right, but I'm never really gonna use it. But it's just something that I know would sit in my drawer or on my desk, and I would never use it, and I would think about using it. Alright, we're down to the last two products, and they are from the same brand, so I'm gonna start off by saying why I don't really like from this brand, and then we'll get into the products themselves. Like I said before, I don't like really ordering things online just because I am cheap and don't want to pay for shipping, and I like to test products. I like to swatch things on my hand or test them out for my own in person before buying them. Kylie Cosmetics is strictly an online brand unless you live in Los Angeles. I think there's a store. There was a pop-up shop here in New York that I did not go to. I do not like crowds. I do not like waiting in line, and I just don't like things like that. So waiting in a 3-hour line to go into a Kylie Jenner store wasn't really the first thing in my head of, oh my god, I have to do that. It was in the middle of February in the freezing cold, and I had school. Like, there were girls in my class who skipped school to go wait online for this store, and I was like, no, I wasn't doing that. With that being said, I do have Kylie products that usually are given to me as like a Christmas present or like just a birthday present. Like, I've gotten Kylie Jenner things. I probably would never purchase them on my own. So the first thing that I have is all these products I'm going to be talking about are from her vacation collection. So the first thing is the Skinny Dip Face Duo, which is $34. So you get a highlighter and a bronzer. So my problem with it is I feel like I would really like the highlighter. I've heard a lot of good things about Kylie Jenner highlighters, and I've also heard a lot of bad things in the sense of, you know, people would order highlighters and it would come like an empty pan, like the highlighter itself would be completely missing. And I don't know if that's just, you know, people could just be trying to get views on YouTube or trying to get likes on Instagram, and just people love to start drama. So I have no idea if like they depotted it before, like, don't know. Never ordered a Kylie Jenner highlighter. I have no personal experience. I know people who have, and that they've got them just fine. Overall, like, I've heard really good things about how beautiful her highlighters are, and I feel like I would love the highlighter, but I feel like the bronzer is just too light. I feel like it's really for really pale skin, or just to give that minimal makeup look. And when I use a bronzer, I kind of like to also sculpt and contour with it. So I feel like that would just be a waste. I would be buying a product to just use half of it. I didn't really research if there were different shades of this. I'm referring to the one that has the bronzer in Sunkissed and the highlighter in Glow Up. You guys can leave a comment down below if there are different shades, and I might think about it. But I also feel like $34 is a little expensive for a bronzer and a highlighter, but at the same time, like a Too Faced bronzer, like the full-size bronzer retails for $30, and that's just one product. So in the end, it's not really wasting your money. It's just I feel like I wouldn't use that bronzer. And again, it's not like I can physically go into a store and swatch it and see like if it would work well, if it just looks light on camera. And, you know, like, you can look at other people's swatches, but sometimes that doesn't really help because, you know, everyone has different skin tones and different undertones, and it's just, you can't really tell from a picture online. So I think I'm gonna pass, but please let me know if there is there are different ones, like if this is like Skinny Dip and these are different things. Like, let me know in the comments below if there are other shades. And then the last two products kind of go together, so they are the Kylie Cosmetics Send Me More Nudes Lip Kit collections in the matte and velvet shades. So I have used two of Kylie Cosmetics matte liquid lipsticks before from like the first launches, and I don't really like the formulation. I really use Mary Jo K when I had like shows for school, because I will give it that they are long lasting and they stay on like the whole time. Like, I will give it that. I just don't really like the formulation. My lips are kind of dry as it is, so they don't really work well with me. So that is my reason for skipping out on the matte collection. And also these are $45, so that's the reason I'm really passing on the mattes. I know people say that she changed her formula, but I'm kind of a little wary of that. And I heard the velvet ones are really good, but really overall the reason why I didn't want to buy these is because the shade range just doesn't, I think they're the exact same, it's just different formulations. So I'd probably only buy one of them. But they're just not shades, I can tell by looking at them that they're not shades that work well with me. That like light nude lipsticks make me look like I have no mouth. So that is in the end why I passed. And just, again, the online shopping thing. So that is all for today's video. If you guys want to see another one of these in the future, please let me know. I'm thinking of doing one like this when holiday collections and stuff come out, so leave a comment down below if you'd like to see that. And I will see you guys next week for more Makeup Monday.